meeting. Okay, cool. RUNMODE podcast. Welcome to it, man. My name is Mohotjie, and this is the RUNMODE podcast. It is a platform for all runners to improve their running and enjoy it while doing so. I identify as a runner, specifically an ultra-endurance athlete. Madisha is not here today, so I'm rolling with a fellow runner, a legend. I don't like long introductions because we run long races. So the person that is assisting us in, navigating this journey today, presenting this podcast, is Nare Makgakga. My good sir.
Yes.
How you doing, man?
I'm good, and you, sir?
Good, man. Nare Makgakga has run a hell of a lot of Comrades Marathons. He's run a hell of a lot of marathons. So he brings the same kind of stuff that Madisha would bring, effectively. So yeah, we're gonna talk a lot about Comrades Marathon. We're shooting this on the 28th of May. So we're skipping this weekend coming, and then that following weekend we're in Durban. We're gonna go crazy. It's gonna be the whole party all over again. How you feeling, man?
Oh, mixed feeling.
Mixed feelings. That's what normally happens at this time. There's 2 weeks to go.
Yeah,
That's what normally happens.
It's something else, ne?
Yeah.
Actually, Comrade, it started a long time ago.
Yeah.
It started a long time ago.
A very long time ago, yeah.
What we are going to do, we are just going to collect.
They're going to
What
collect.
we have done.
Oh, the journey towards the finish line started a long time ago.
Yeah, it started a long time ago.
When do you normally start training for Comrades Marathon?
It depends.
It depends.
Because some they'll say for you to run Comrade, you must have at least 700 kilometers
Yeah.
mileage on your body.
Yeah.
Some they'll say no, at least have 1,000. Some they'll say have 2,000.
Yeah.
So as we are going, we'll be going with different mileage.
Yeah.
So it's something else.
With some people, they start running for maintenance. They would do their 2 to 3 runs a week, and maybe let's say a long run, because it's a longer distance run over the weekend, maybe a 20 to 25 kilometer run. And then when it's 3 months to go, that's when they start adding a lot of speed work, a lot of strength work, including the hills and stuff. That's like an elevated, block of training.
Yeah, I used to see people doing that, and then I've been seeing them, and then some they are still, some they even loaded in today is Wednesday.
Today's Wednesday, yeah.
Yes, on Monday I've seen someone did 53 kilos.
53 kilometers.
53 kilos, then now you
30 days before Comrades.
you're asking yourself then, what's actually happening? What's actually transpiring?
They also run Oceans, and they ran Laskop, and they ran Omdidam.
Those guys can run. They run each and every race. Each and every ultra. They are there. They run.
They're flying.
But then remember, it all goes with the physique of a person.
Yeah.
Some it's good for them to run like that. Like when I check the numbers on Strava, people are on around 400, some they already on 500 for this month. And
For this month?
yes,
For May?
Now they've said that this is a tapering month.
I mean,
Now the question is, how can you taper with 500 kilos? I mean, how so?
Unless you're talking about elite guys, guys who are chasing top 10.
Yeah. Not even elite. Misinformation is dangerous in this life.
How many kilometers on average do elites do? Don't they do like 170, 180 when they're doing peak performance training towards a marathon, whether it's a 42 for qualifying or for Comrades Marathon? Don't they do something between 170 and 200?
From 170 to 220. Yes, 170 to 220.
Yeah.
Because they will do 2 trainings, 2 sessions a day.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
They'll do a hard effort morning, and then evening they'll do a recovery / easier effort, and they'll continue to do that throughout the week.
There's this thing that they've just adopted. They said it's a Norwegian style.
The Norwegian style, yeah.
Yeah, the Norwegian style. What they're doing is that...
Doesn't that come from like triathlons and triathlete training? Or is it
Yeah,
more broad-based into
no,
that?
they just normally say that it's a Norwegian style.
Yeah.
Because those guys, they can train in the morning
Right.
and also train in the evening.
Okay.
And then you find that in every day a person is running 40 kilos. But then in different ways.
Does morning and day, does it have anything to do with their daylight? Because some of those countries in the Icelandic regions, they have longer day hours, daylight.
Yes, I remember some places they've got their daytime.
Yeah.
It's more than our normal daytime
Sure,
of 12
sure.
hours.
Cape Town is a good example of that. That's Europe.
Yes,
Daytime,
like
8 o'clock in the evening, it's still bright outside.
yes, like the places like Canada.
Yeah.
Canada around 9,
Mm.
that is the sunset.
So this Norwegian method, if you do, they do 40 kilometers a day.
They can do 40 kilometers a day
Yeah.
as a normal day. As a normal day. And these 40 kilometers a day, it's either the person will run
Yeah.
30 kilos as an LSD and then run 10 kilos as a speedway.
Mm-hmm.
Or
But both of those are hard efforts.
yeah,
That's like, if you're doing an LSD, you could be doing it at a relatively easy pace, jumping a bit onto a tempo a bit, especially towards the end. But the fact that it's like a 2 hour or 3 hour effort, in this case it would probably be an hour and a half to 2 hour effort, does that not mean that it's 2 hard sessions over
you
a
know,
day?
you know what I can say is that zone 2
Yeah.
for some of us we can go very long way with zone 2 because for zone 2 I can go for 60 kilos
Yeah.
on a zone 2
On the zone two
without
effort.
any effort. I can run the zone 2 60 kilos and then tomorrow I go and do 20 a tempo 1
Yeah.
without
Oh, I see.
remember something. Basic is the best. Basic is the best in everything that you do. Yeah, we are going very far, but let me just not jump into that ship.
Okay, let's talk.
My name is Nare Makgakga.
Let's talk about Nare.
Yes, my name is Nare Makgakga.
Yeah, let's talk a bit about that. I get carried away when we talk about running, man. It's such a lovely thing.
Yes,
So, you standing in for Madisha today,
yes.
because Madisha couldn't be here. How long have you been running? And personally, I've heard you speak with other runners, give advice when you're being asked
Yes.
for. And I would put you and Madisha bar for bar, which makes this experience lovely for me personally. And obviously for the audience, it would be much, much better. You know,
Yes.
because you guys can deliver anything, any kind of knowledge about running because of your research, more importantly on the experience, because you guys have extensive experience.
Yes. No, actually, it's more experience
Yeah.
that I will talk about.
You have extensive
Yes.
experience.
Yes. My name is Nare Makgakga,
Yeah.
and I'm a runner. Particularly, I can say a comrade runner
Yeah.
because the comrade is we are just around 11 days to go.
Yes. I mean,
Yes. I started running when I was around 21.
You started running when you were 21.
Yes.
What kind of running were you doing at age 21?
On the age 21, I was looking for a job
Mm.
and then I applied for military.
And you applied for the
Yes.
military?
Yes, around 2021 then.
Mm.
I applied for military and then what they said you need to be physically fit.
Yeah.
That's where I started jogging, and then I was admitted at the military at the age of 21.
Yeah.
My 21, I did it at military. Actually, I was like a camel that entered into that net.
So you had like the proper foundation for
Yes.
endurance.
So I started running that time
Yeah.
because it was for my survival, of which is an employment. Then I started running. Yes,
right.
I started running that time, but I was running on a small scale. I was running to protect employment.
What's a small scale distance-wise or time?
No, I was running.
When you talk to endurance runners, distance.
I was running only 10 kilos.
10 kilos.
Because in military, fitness test is 2.4 kilos.
Right.
And
It's
five.
it's like a threshold test or something.
Yes.
Right.
And then a 5 kilometer walk. And some they are 20, some they are 40 push-ups, and the sit-ups.
You do this at age 21.
Yes.
How long did it take until you start running your first marathon, and then from there?
And then
Mandala Comrades.
my first marathon I started running in 2008.
This is
2008.
Oh, 8 was your first.
Yeah,
Full marathon.
Yes, 2008. I started with marathons.
Right.
I started with by then it was BM 3-in-1.
BMW 3-in-1. The night race.
BMW. No, it was not the night race.
It's not the night race.
The night
race
race
was Mazda.
The night race was Master.
Oh, yes,
it was 10 kilos.
Yes.
I started that time.
Yeah.
And I registered for Comrade because being misinformed is something else. Because when I registered for Comrade,
yeah,
they said, no man, we see that you are a very good runner, and you can make it at Comrade.
Yeah.
And remember, by then I was very young, and sometimes being young you want to explore, you want to check everything.
Young, being in your 20s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then I registered for Comrade, and then I started to run for marathons.
Your first marathon, or the first few marathons, what were like the finish times at the time?
My finish time was around 3:40, 3:30. That was my range.
You were born into the 3.
Yes, that was my range.
Sub 4 finish, or 3:30.
Yes, I was around 3:30. That was my range. And then
that's crazy.
While training, remember, I registered because the Comrade was closing on February. Then we were going to run on June.
Yes. June 16th.
On the June 16th.
Yeah,
remember, the June 16th was the day for Comrade.
I remember. Yeah.
So what was happening is that from there, then I started training.
Yeah.
On my training, I will go for at least 20 kilos before I report for duty.
Sure. Was that part of formal training, or was it just you trying to keep fit?
No.
Because a lot of people do unstructured training.
Actually,
and they end up becoming super fit.
They said you must just run because you are going for Comrade. There was not enough training or maybe a proper method on how to train.
When was the BMW 3-in-1? Was it during February,
No,
January?
the PM it's February.
February.
Yes.
And you registered for Comrades then.
Then I registered for Comrade.
Yeah. Back when you quit still registered in February.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember, there was no taffy.
Yeah, there was no taffy back then.
No, there was only dead race.
The Cosmos.
No, this taffy, it was another race. You were running, it was only 21 and 10. But it was only 21 and 10 kilos. You were running from Mohotjie's Kloof, of which by then it was Devil's Kloof, to Tzaneen.
Was it not like the Wolf Pack, but that's like the Spring Open one? It's not that one.
No, it was not that
It
one.
was a half marathon in March, February, March.
There was this, I can't remember very, very well the timings, but there was no taffy, it was only that race. You run from Mohotjie's Kloof to Tzaneen.
Yeah.
So, I was training with an old man who has a lot of comrades. And he was having around 17, 18 comrades.
Jesus Christ.
So now, this old man will say, no, you must train. Then what I will do, I will go for 20, I will go for 10.
Yeah.
And I make it a norm. I made it a norm of training at least 20 kilos. In 7 days, I will have 420 kilos. Because before I go to work, I will run 20 kilos.
So you're doing 140 a week?
I will do 100, not even 140. I was on 170 most of the time.
Jesus Christ.
Because remember, I will run on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Or maybe have a break in between and run on Friday. But from Monday to Friday, I know that I've got 80.
This is in 2008 when you did your first
That
Comrades
is
Marathon.
2008.
How many more did you do after 2008?
Now, then
That's a
from
while ago.
Then from 2008, I registered for Comrades.
You're an addict, basically.
And then when I arrived there, remember I was a correctional officer. But then I was the youngest amongst the mist.
You're a correctional officer, Nick.
I was the young official
Yeah.
that is being introduced to Comrade,
Yeah.
who has now to run Comrade.
Yeah.
And you know, this Comrade thing, I was not make sure. It's not make sure.
Let's not make sure. What
Like
you ran
they
your first
saw the ladies, the higher ones, the higher ranks. They saw me, and then they felt pity for me.
And what is the young one doing
They
here?
say, "But this is very young, this boy, man."
But you were showing the efforts. I mean, you're clocking in 20 Ks a week.
Remember,
And
by
you're
then
an additional-
there was no Strava by then.
Okay, so the running
or
culture
maybe
was different.
or maybe we were not being introduced to Strava.
There was no
There was no
community- there was
Strava
no
by then.
online running.
Yes.
The
So
only running community was when you met your club mates over.
yeah, it's those ones that they will
Once in a
know
while.
that this one can run.
Once in a while.
That was the thing.
Now you guys are superstars. Now you guys.
Now, there comes Comrade with that.
Yeah.
I was running very fast. I remember around 21
Yeah.
kilos. Someone came to me and said, "No, man, you are lifting your leg too much."
Was it a down run or up run? In the eight? You remember?
It was a down.
That's how long it's been V class. This guy is like, I don't remember. It's one of those two.
It was. I think it was a down run.
Yeah.
It was a down run. And then on 20 kilos,
Yeah.
the guy came to me and said, "No, man, you are lifting your legs
high.
too much." Then I said, "But this is my running style."
You're running like an elite.
Yeah, I said, "But this is my running
High
style."
kicks and everything. Yeah.
And the way I was so fast, around 3:15, I was halfway.
3 hours 15. You're
3 hours,
halfway.
15 minutes, halfway.
So you were set to do like at least a silver medal. If you're 3:15 halfway, then you definitely clock in a silver.
Now then you don't know.
Oh,
You don't know.
Of course.
You know this Comrade thing. Actually, it's something else.
This is
if
your
you
first
can-
Comrades Marathon.
It's my first Comrade. I experienced this route. Now I'm running, and by then I think we were running something like it was 88 kilos, if I'm not
Yes,
mistaken.
yeah, it's been between 87.3
Yes.
and 88.9.
It was 88 kilos.
Yeah.
From halfway, I was fine.
From halfway, you're fine.
From the start to the halfway, I was fine. But then there's a segment there at Comrade from halfway to 55.
This is the up run.
No, not even the up run or the down run.
Okay, the distance.
More or
was-
less the same.
The challenge is, yeah.
The hell break loose. The hell break loose.
What does that mean?
I found myself on another level that I've never experienced. I wanted food. I wanted to stop. Actually, I wanted to quit
I wanted to quit.
because
Did you also want your mama?
because I did that thing. Okay, my halfway was from the start to the halfway. I was fine. I remember from the start to the halfway as a marathon runner.
You could.
You will do fine.
As a novice Comrades
Yes.
runner, if you've done good marathon training,
You'll do
first
fine.
half is fine, yeah.
And I told myself that I don't want to hear a lot of stories about these things.
Yeah.
I just want to see myself there. I want to see myself doing it. And then from there, it's where then now I'll go and ask, how did you manage that point number, kilometer number, mama to kilometer, so that at least I know something that I'm asking of something that I know.
Yeah.
And then I felt that I need food, I need to eat.
First time Comrades experience at 55 kilometers.
At 55 kilos.
Yeah.
And I was still doing good.
Yeah.
Because
still
at
running
55,
with like high legs.
I was around. No, remember the high legs is how I run.
Mm-hmm.
It's how I run. I can't change it. I told the guy, hey man.
So a lot of your training was hard training.
Yes.
Right.
Let me just do what I know.
Yeah.
Because what you are saying, it may be good, but it may not work for me.
Mm.
Then on 55, I found Bawan. You know this
chocolate.
This small chocolate.
Yeah.
I found the Bawan and the orange.
Yeah.
And then the orange, it was not being peeled. They just sliced it.
Sliced it in quarters, yeah.
And then I took the Bawan, and then I took the orange.
Mm.
Then what I did with the orange, I didn't peel the orange. I took the orange
with the peels.
But I didn't took all the peel. Mm. When I was biting it, I took some peel.
Yeah.
And then now I started to feel that citric acid.
Yeah.
And now my
from
stomach
the peel,
now,
especially
from the peel. Now, then I ran another 10 kilos. I'm no longer running full kilo.
Yeah.
It's maybe I will run
800,
walk 200, just like that.
Yeah.
And remember at Comrade, they don't do mistake. They show you each and every kilo.
Yeah. How many kilometers to go?
How many kilometers to go?
Yeah.
So when you're going to Devon,
yeah,
they will show you a thermometer.
A thermometer.
Yes, they will show you a thermometer.
Yeah.
When you're going to Devon,
it's full. You go from Marathon to Devon.
So the thermometer, it's showing that now.
Yeah.
Now
it's filling.
You're coming.
Yeah.
And then I started to feel unease because I ate that orange. I ate the Bawan.
As an easy dizziness, as an easy muscles, or as an easy just a stomach bug.
I was mixed up. In simple layman's English, I was mixed up.
Yeah, it was kagantswiki.
Yes. Now, the good part was that even though I was like that,
yeah,
my peers, knowing that I'm the youngest to them,
yeah,
some they had a lot of comrades on their.
But you must have been running faster.
Yes. So now what? Remember, even if you are running faster, now you are running faster for 200, you are working for 800.
Of course.
So now it's no longer running faster.
On average, you are the same.
Somehow you are on 9 minutes per kilo.
Average,
You are on 9 minutes per kilo because you are running 200, you are working 800.
Yes.
So at some point, you are on average. You are on the same average.
Yeah.
Then now, I remember one guy just came. Karam, he said to me, no man, no, you can still make it.
You guys are at 60k mark at this point.
I'm gonna go with you. You see, I've got 2 comrades.
Yeah.
And then I see you have got only 0.
Yeah, they did to you the novice thing.
Man.
It's novice thing.
Then we go. Now we can now chat. Hey, who are you?
Oh, this guy just picked up a stranger.
Yes.
Wow.
No, it's a stranger. It's just my peer because it's wearing
Wow.
It's wearing a t-shirt. It's wearing the same employer t-shirt or the same club t-shirt.
Right.
Now I'm with this guy now. At least my confidence is coming back. But now I can't eat anything because my stomach is upset.
It's all over the place.
My stomach is upset.
But
I don't know what to do.
You're also losing.
Actually, I'm bloated. I'm bloated. The only thing that I can take is water, but I must not take too much. And I'm left with something like 15 kilos. But the 15 kilos is too much because just a mere 1 kilo I can go for 10 minutes.
Okay.
I can go for 10 minutes.
And eventually, how did you finish this? What was the thing between 80 and 88, 87?
Now, when I check my split, 8:51. That's when I finished.
8:51, your first
8
Comrades
hours
Marathon.
51 minutes.
Yeah.
I finished my first comrade. Remember, everyone was panicking. Everyone was calling those that are on the road to check where's this young man.
Yeah.
Because I'm new in the system and they saw me and now they see that I'm struggling. And then they said, no, why can't you just bail out? You'll come next year.
But now you come back.
Then I said, no.
Got a build run medal.
No, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm going for it. You know, then I was happy to reach the finish line.
Yeah.
Then they gave me my medal. Lucky enough, within a range of 30 meters, people that are taking the runners to their tents, especially ours, then I found those ladies there.
And then you take.
Then they were crying. No, when they saw me, they cried. And then
you made people cry.
Yeah.
With the first
Then they carried me, and then I was now.
You were not crying. They were crying.
No, they were crying.
Yeah.
No, by then I couldn't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
They were crying, and then now.
That's incredible.
Jesus. Now they are helping me to go to the tent.
Yeah.
The tent, from that time, the tent was just, I think it's 50 meters. But then from that 50 meters, I couldn't reach the tent.
You couldn't walk by yourself.
I was walking, but now the boiling part of that citric acid from the orange now was doing the duty now. Now I wanted to vomit. I had to run next to the tree. Then I vomited almost everything that I ate on the road.
But with the medal on your neck.
Yes, with the medal on my neck. With the medal on my neck. But now I'm seeing flames now. Now I see that this thing will kill me. No, this thing will kill me. How can I be like this after finishing?
And then you came back the following year.
That was just the thing, you know. The following, remember, you know that thing actually is not good.
What's not good?
I'm not sure whether Nyaupe can be in the same form with the addiction with Comrade.
Can't be, can never be.
Because, the Comrade runners,
Ever.
we finish running, say, no, fuck, this thing, I'm no longer going to do it.
And
then tomorrow you say, no. Actually, my Comrade was not bad.
Yeah,
I must try next year.
I must learn. I just didn't know about this.
You know, each and every year of Comrades, for you
learn something.
You learn something. You want to rectify something. You want to leave something behind. You want to clean yourself.
That's a lot of things.
You want to discipline yourself.
How many Comrades Marathons have you finished now?
I got 15 Comrades on my belt.
15.
I'm going for
15.
I'm just.
What do they call you guys? I mean, you've got a blue number, a green number, and
you're
halfway to getting like a double blue. What is that?
Yeah.
15 is crazy, man.
Actually, the child is born and now he's an adult because I've got 15 Comrades.
Yeah.
And
from 2018.
If we did from 2008.
Yeah, 2008.
So
yes.
If we didn't have COVID, by now.
2 missed years, yes.
Yes, by now, the kid is 17 years old 17, now.
Yeah. And,
so,
and there's no DNFs in between. Everything. Finished.
No, there's no DNFs.
What's your fastest time on the Comrades Marathon?
My fastest time is on silver medal for 7 hours 16 minutes. 2012.
2012.
Yes, that's
4 years into the game.
Yes, that was my fastest time.
Silver medal. Tell me something, man. How does How do people go from being so-called average runners to becoming, once you get a silver medal, you like elite level? It's not elite in the professional sports, but in the social running club.
At least you corrected yourself.
No, I categorize.
Because sometimes having silver for comrade.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm standing to be corrected.
Yeah, and you're speaking humbly, so.
Yes, yes. I come with.
Yeah.
Silver for comrade, it's a nice thing to have.
Yeah. If I had a silver medal, my doctor would need an appointment with me, man. I would grow such a big head. They didn't get a silver medal.
Yeah. Actually, in comrade, one thing that I've learned.
Yeah.
It's not about getting Peroyan, silver,
the actual
bronze, and what. The most crucial outcome.
Yeah.
It's a cap that I have run within 12 hours.
Right.
I've managed to finish within this time.
But you can say that because you got 15,
Yes.
But you're still in performance mode. I mean,
yes.
You're running again this year.
Yes, I'm running again.
You're still
this
in
year.
performance mode.
I'm running again this year, and
if your best time is 7:16, what was the slowest, if you can call it slowest?
My slowest time. Oh man, I was around 10 something.
10 something.
10 something. I want to confirm it.
That was a long day.
Yes.
It was a long
I
day.
had a long day, really long, the longest day. 10:22.
You know what?
Yes. 2017.
Yeah.
Comrade, it's addictive. That is number one.
Yeah.
And sometimes runners like to force things.
Sometimes, all the times.
Yes, because 2015, 16, 17, and 18, I had 4 comrades. But I was running with injury.
You're running with an injury?
Yes, with an injury.
The same injury?
The same injury.
For 4 years?
For 4 years.
Was it not, were you not treating it, or were you treating it slowly, or were you not treating it consistently? What was the reason for the 4 years? And how did it eventually stop? I mean,
running is a journey that does not end.
True.
It's a journey that does not end.
Suggested end is the medal. We put the medal on, we're done for this course.
But you're still going.
Yeah, we're still going.
Actually, it's a journey that does not end.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm saying this is that I had an injury in 2015. Actually, I was not supposed to run comrade.
And you did.
And I did it.
Please don't take his advice. Please don't run if you're injured.
Yes. I did 9 hours, 22 minutes.
Snap. That's my time for last year. I'm joking. Somewhere around there.
No, we listen, we don't judge.
That's my Strava time. My Strava time was there. It's the moving time, not the elapsed time.
Yes.
So, yeah.
So, I did 9:22.
Yeah.
And the following year, it was still difficult also.
Yeah.
And the third year was still difficult.
Yeah.
2018
yeah.
was still difficult because I thought maybe I've got a chronic injury.
Right.
Yes.
Was this injury a muscle thing?
On my hip.
Right.
When I go for the scans, I don't know how do I call them, but there's this scan for pregnant ladies.
CT scan.
It's a CT scan,
Yeah.
and there's a sauna.
Sauna, yeah.
I did the CT scan and the sauna.
Right.
They said no, the muscle have left the bone on my.
The muscles is off the bone,
Yes,
so there's no
it's
cartilage.
No, they said my muscle have just left the bone. For these 4 years, I was trying to treat it. And then what the doctors were saying, they said, no, this thing actually is going to be a chronic.
Permanent situation.
Yes, they said, no, you can't, this thing, it can't be fixed because for it to be fixed, this muscle needs to to go back to the bowl.
Yeah.
So the only advice that we're giving you is for you to stop running.
They told you to stop running?
Yeah, that's what they've said. They said, no, you must stop running.
What?
Then I checked.
What goes through your mind when someone says stop running?
Now, these people, they said you must stop running.
Yeah.
Now, it's a problem for me.
Yeah.
Because when I started running, was because of my employment. That I want to maintain my body fit so that I will be forever being employable or on a good standing or in a military way. Yeah. We will say that I'm on a green status.
Green status meaning you.
When you are on a green status, you can perform any duty inside the country and outside the country because you don't have maybe ear problems, you don't have teeth problems, you don't have chronic illness
or any deformities that
any deformity, not even your teeth per se, not even your teeth. Remember, when you have got the teeth problem, they have to take it out. If they don't take it out, you're on a yellow status. Sure. So that's matter for another day. Sure. Now, these people, they said, no, you must.
Green status, then you get your green.
No, green status meaning everything is fine with you.
Yeah.
You're employable. Now, they said you must stop running. Then now, I had to check, if I stop running, what is it that I'm going to do? Because running, that was the only thing that makes me happy.
It was the only thing that made you happy?
Yeah, it was the only thing that made me happy.
That you,
as a youth,
remember
I'm a youth and...
The thing that you did to prepare for work ended up being the thing that's the reason for you to be happy.
And for my flexibility. Remember, for my flexibility. Remember...
You're talking physically, no?
Yes.
Agility.
Yes. Remember, for my duty, you need to be 100% physically fit.
Yeah, you do.
Yes. And then now, they say, no, I must not run. I can't go.
This is 2018.
Yes. No, they said, remember the injury started on 2015.
15, yes.
So 2015, I was with that injury.
Was that when they told you?
Yes.
Oh, snap. So you did 4 years.
No, I had a full 4 years of experience.
Runners are crazy people, man.
No, what I will do, when I'm going for Comrade, what I will do, I will go for a Voltaren just to say, no, please, man, can I just have Voltaren at least? That's what I will do.
From the physio? Or?
From not from the physio. I'll go for GP to ask them, no, because of this injury, can I have Voltaren?
That's crazy.
Yeah. Even though it was something difficult, but I had to go that way. But,
how did you eventually get rid of or remove this injury or manage it?
That injury, as runners, it's good to talk.
Yeah.
It's
RUNMODE podcast.
Yes, when you finish running, you need to check with others.
Yeah.
How did it go?
You see,
what was the problem?
You have a better spirit. A lot of runners check on you to tell you that I ran faster than you. What's wrong with you?
No, then you won't come right. Especially in this fraternity.
Sure.
When you finish running,
you
must check with the slowest runner. Just to check. Actually, what's the problem? Some people are slowest runners because they are being misinformed.
Yeah, I think a majority of them. I'll tell you, a lot of people think Madisha and I have a problem with slow runners. And it's because of what you normally say, what Madisha normally says. And I think the biggest issue that I have is that a lot of people do not give it their all. And then they end up with slow times. And then they categorize themselves as those slow runners. But I think if you have not given it your all, you can't call yourself a slow runner because we've never seen you do 10 times 800 in the track. We've never seen you do a tempo run at hour 20 at an elevated heart rate. We've never seen that. So if you've never given it that effort,
so meaning you're saying that
it's misinformed.
Otherwise, most of the Comrade runners, they don't do speed weights.
Most
No.
marathon runners generally.
Yes,
And in South
because
Africa, if you're talking
you
about
know-
marathon runners,
You know
9 out of
what?
10
You know what they will do.
Yeah.
They believe in mileage than any other thing.
But mileage becomes junk mileage, man.
No. That's their belief system,
Right. So
and
you can't-
they are
of
there,
course, of course.
and they are there.
Yeah.
If you want to run faster,
Yeah.
you need to go for a speed training. You need to go for a strength training.
I mean, this is.
But people are not going for those things. No.
How did you train when you
There are
did
new
a
things.
7:16 Comrades Marathon? What is your training? I would imagine it was quite structured, your training.
When I did that, I remember by that time
Yeah.
I was in a good form.
Yeah.
In 2009, I represented the correctional service in World Police and Fire Games.
What? What is that?
It's a world competition
What police
where
and fire games?
the police and the fire brigaders,
Yeah.
they are competing.
Yeah.
So
So enforcement officers just
yes,
go at
the
it.
law enforcement officers.
But
They
how do they
go
compete? Is it an
and-
obstacle course? Is it?
Now, it was the sport, all the sporting code, the type of walls, track and fields.
Sounds like
cycling.
all the manly stuff.
Yes, yes.
It sounds like all the manly stuff.
So during that time,
Yeah.
immediately after my 2008 comrade,
Yeah.
I was being recommended that I must start training a shorter distances,
Okay.
because they see a potential of representing the department
Yeah.
in the World Police and Fire Game in 2009.
Does it happen every year, or is it
The World Police and Fire Game, it happens, I think it's after a certain period, I think it's 2 or 3 years.
2 or 3 years? Okay.
Yes. Now, what they did is that they said, no, I must train shorter distances because I'm gonna be, I'm gonna go for trials for that. And then on the trials, I remember going for this Colgate. There's a race in Boksburg. Nowadays, it's a long race. It used to be 15-kilometer Colgate
I
Marathon.
remember it.
Now it's there. Even now it's there, but it's no longer 15.
How long
It
is
has 42 also.
I
the
think
Colgate.
I ran in 2021.
Yes.
It's in Benoni sometime
Yes.
in April, ne?
Yes.
Late April.
Yes, the Colgate Marathon.
Yeah, I think I ran
So-
in 21.
Part of the selection was the Colgate Marathon that you must run 15 kilos for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, 15 kilos.
Yes, 15 minutes,
I mean-
15 kilos.
I mean, that's elite level status. Completely.
I remember I'm going for World Police and Fire Games.
Oh, this is what
So-
you do so that you get
Yes,
right.
for selection.
Yeah.
So that thing is a thing that prepared me to understand the running better, because there were sometimes we'll go for the sports excellence in Potchefstroom.
Yeah.
We will go there, and then we get the trainings.
Sports section, is that a
Yes.
high performance
Yes,
place
that-
in Potch?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
Or like the
Yes.
tax one, like the UCT ones.
Yes, but
Yeah.
Tina, we've gone to
The one in Potch.
the one in Porsche.
Yeah.
We will go there,
Yeah.
and then we will get training there. We'll get coaches.
Is that where you started learning about lactate and VO2
Yes,
max
that's
and-
where I started
structure.
learning most of the stuff about running,
the technical knowledge
the
about
technical
running.
knowledge,
Yeah.
and the easiest way of doing running.
The easiest way to do
The
it. right?
easiest way of doing running. There's three ways.
Please
The
tell.
first one,
Yeah.
it's for the elite.
Yeah.
Those ones, their structured training they must go for track and fields.
Yeah.
You find that it's a half marathon runner, but he must go on a track, he must go on a hill training,
Yeah.
he must go all these things.
Yeah.
So, and then there will be us who say, no, we are going to run Comrade, then we finish.
Yeah.
We just check now, okay, Comrade is 12 hours.
Just zone 2, zone 3 all the way.
It's always zone 2. all the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, even on our watch, when we finish, you find that the watch is still on zone 2. The zone 2, it's more than.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then
the recovery is less.
And then there's this one. There's this method that I normally, when I was at that sport of excellence.
Yeah.
The method that I got was that, if you want to run fast,
yeah,
we will run more of cross country.
Oh.
Yes, you will run more of cross country with a certain average pace.
Do cross country, are we talking about the distance or the terrain? In other words,
the terrain,
trail run.
Yes, the trail run.
Yeah.
That school of performance will just run around that, and then the smaller hills, there's down hills, there's sand.
What's the significance of that?
There's a pitch, there's loam there. So, but the average speed was the most crucial thing that we were focusing on.
Yeah.
And that thing, it really helped me a lot. For me to train, even now, when I'm training, and even this comrade, I did more of maintaining a certain average per kilo. I will do that per kilo, I will do that per 10 kilo, I'll do that per half marathon, I'll do that per
as you increase
marathon.
What was the distance for this cross country? Because normally
the cross country,
like
that one was around 12 kilos.
12 kilometers?
Yes, was around 12 kilos. And then...
so you're getting really cooked. 12 kilos on the trail and you're maintaining the...
It was not nice.
Yeah, it
was not nice.
It can't be.
And remember, we are new in the system.
Yeah.
And going outside, going international, you need to up your game.
Where did you guys
I will go and do that. After that, I'll come back and sleep. Because I'm
after the 12K.
Yeah, after the top runners will go to town and what. But for me, I can't go anywhere. I will just when I come back.
Where were you guys based? In Potch. You're talking about
yes,
Potch.
We were in Potch. We will go for 3 weeks, full 3 weeks.
This is like a camp.
Yes, it's a camp, full 3 weeks on a training.
Yeah.
In the morning, they'll say no. In the morning, we are going for 15 kilos or 20 kilos, and it was around winter by then.
Yeah.
We'll go for that with a certain pace. And then when we come back later, some will go for track. Some will go for that a cross country. It's a thing that helped me, and it's a thing that gave me an insight about running. So 2012, what I did was that I want silver. Because I see my times are around 8 hours.
So you also wanted silver.
8 hours something, 8 hours something.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's 8 hours something. And meaning I can go for that.
For 730.
For 730.
Sub 730, yeah.
And then going for 20 kilos every day. It helped me a lot.
Yeah, no,
for
you're really
that,
cooking your knees with
for
that
that
one,
5 days, for every day 20 kilos before I go to work. It was something else. And then I will do that, and then when I've got time on Wednesday, it's a sports day. Then I'll go for 17. I'll do 17 kilos.
17 kilometers?
Yes, after 17 kilos, and then on weekends, it's for the long runs.
Which marathons were you running to prepare for this? For
Comrade.
In other words, which one were you using to qualify, and which one are you using just like we all do for training?
For me, I was running the city to city.
50 kilometers?
Yes, the city to city.
This is Polokwane. This is Tshwane to Joburg.
Yes, the city to city.
I think it's back now.
Yeah, now it's back. It's coming back. It's coming back. And the lost scope, the city to city, and the lost scope.
When is city to city in the calendar?
It was around March.
Around March.
Yeah, I think it was March.
And then maybe
The last
8
call.
weeks later was last call.
Yes.
Then was April.
No, you know, if you are misinformed,
Mm.
you will run each and every race.
Everyone.
Every week you can be away every week.
Every weekend.
They will
And
even
42.
Well, they will even miss you at home.
42. Yeah.
You know, let me just share a joke with you. Today, as I was sitting down at home, they said, "No, hey, this year we hardly saw you.
Mm.
You said you are going, you want to go for silver.
Yeah.
Now, it's only 11 days that is left. And there's nothing else that we are waiting. We are only waiting for silver.
Yeah.
Because you have been away for such a long time. Every day it's you running."
Yeah. Yeah.
They said even the kids, they may not even know you because you are always away.
It's for that silver.
Then I said, no, but you need to understand.
It's for the 500 per kilo.
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm fighting for.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, then that time,
Yeah.
I will go for 10 kilos, 4 minutes per kilo. 10 kilos.
40 minute 10K, sub 40
Yes.
10K. Right.
Sub 40, 10K.
Yeah. That's like the first
Then, now,
thing to jump.
what happened? I said, okay, let me start to compete for these 10 kilos.
Oh, that's a very smart thing.
Yes.
A lot of runners don't
I
do
said,
that.
no, let me start to compete for these shorter distances.
Yeah.
But I must train for longer distances.
You're improving
Because
the machine.
I've realized that you can be fit, but not being able to execute what you want because your I don't know
Basics.
what your vascular system.
Your cardiovascular.
Yeah, your cardiovascular system.
Cardiovascular system. Yeah.
It's used to a certain minutes per kilo.
Yeah, the aerobic system.
The aerobic
Yeah.
system, it's now used to 5:30.
Yeah.
But we are going for Comrade. There's someone who's going to run 5:30 per kilo from the start to the finish. And that person, he has loaded much enough
For his heart and lung system.
Yes.
To carry that.
Yes.
So to be able to do
And then that
at
5:30
60
for
and
him,
70.
and that 5:30 for him is just zone 2.
And zone, yeah, exactly.
Yes, it's just zone 2
Exactly.
all the way.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, it really shows that this person is afraid of a pain. He's afraid of a pain. Because if you're not afraid of a pain, if you can train for shorter distance with a higher minutes per kilo,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is going to help your cardiovascular, your aerobic
This is
system.
the anaerobic system that
Yes,
you want
to
boost. Yeah.
adjust
Yeah.
maybe to 5:20
Yeah.
or even to 5.
Absolutely. That's the importance of hard training, especially the
Yes,
speed work. Yeah.
because if your heart is not fine, you are not
screwed.
fine.
You're screwed. If your heart requires more oxygen, if your body requires more oxygen and glucose, then your heart must pump more. Your heart must pump a hell of a lot more. And if your heart is used to pumping, say, however X amount of units per second or per minute, then if that goes higher, it means your body is requiring more and more energy and oxygen to function.
Yeah.
And then you're depleted because you don't have enough in the system.
Actually, that thing is a foreign language to runners.
What's
And
it?
if
I'm speaking in English, that's not foreign.
the VO2 makes issues
Yeah, yeah.
because the zone 2, it is still under the VO2. Runners need to understand
Zone
this.
2 is still under.
Yes, it's still under the range.
Right, okay.
Of-
But yes, this
yes.
is below. Yes, yes.
It's just that it's a zone 2.
Yeah.
For a person to perform well, at some point you need to punish your heart so that the blood can pump more blood
Yeah, yeah.
and a person have lot of oxygen supply.
Yes.
Because
Absolutely.
if you don't have a better oxygen supply,
Yeah, better
at some point you cannot be yourself.
because the energy the body uses for the ultra distances is the oxygen-based energy
Actually,
system.
that's the yes.
Not this glucose one. This glucose one runs out very quickly. This glycogen runs out very quickly.
But then you need to also understand that this glycogen thing, it plays a huge role when the VO2 is good. Because now you are fit, you have got a better zone too.
Yeah.
But your nutrition is not
It's
up
not
to standard.
enabling you to. So when you're training for these shorter distances, you started becoming competitive in these.
Yes,
races.
I started to be competitive.
What was your best 10K time? Run about then?
32 minutes.
32 minutes.
Yes.
Yo, that's hardcore, man.
I
I mean, South African, I think records now is at like 26, 27?
It's 27 something.
Somewhere there.
Yes.
And you're talking almost 11, 12 years ago, right?
Yes, I was on 32.
I mean, the record then would have been about 29, 30.
2000 I did 32, 2009.
In 09.
Yes.
How are you
And
not
then
competing
from
10,000 in the Olympics?
from
Or
two-
not Olympics, but leading there.
From 2009 to 2014,
Yeah.
I was on 33.
Jesus. So
Now,
you've
I'm
graced a lot of podiums
now-
with your presence.
Now, as I'm trying to pick up the pieces, I'm on 37.
Now you're on 37.
I'm on 37.
You want to reduce it some more?
No, I will reduce it. I'll reduce it. I've realized that if you want to be better, you must learn to go on the hard training. You must get pains.
Hard training is the speed training.
It's a speed training, of which most
in this
runners,
particular case.
yes, most runners, they don't believe in that.
And speed training, you mean interval sessions? Those
Interval
pole to
session.
pole, 8
Yes.
You know, not 800. 2 minutes on, 1 minute off.
Yes,
Back leg.
yes. Like us in the rural areas,
Yeah,
we don't have tracks there.
yeah. So there's no flat surface.
There's no
Everything
flat
is-
surface.
Everything is a hill. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you just tell yourself, okay, today I'm on a speed training. It's 2 minutes, 20 seconds rest, 2 minutes, 20 seconds rest. I'm just pumping all out.
Yeah.
So that's what we will do. That's what we are doing.
And then there's a tempo run.
And then there's that one. No, I'm going now. I want to maintain 430.
Yeah.
I want to maintain 430 for
This
15
this
kilos.
is like a proper tempo run.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I must maintain 430
Yeah.
for 15 kilos.
Yeah.
That is a temporary.
It's a tempo run.
Okay, now I want to go for at least 30 kilos. I must run 5 minutes, 30 seconds.
Do you do that in segments like a threshold run?
No,
Or do you treat
normally,
it like a time
normally,
trial, so to speak?
normally I'm telling myself that, okay, let me maintain my, I can go for a threshold, but not for a long time, because I want to go for a long distance.
Yeah.
Remember, a threshold, you can't take it for a long time.
Yeah, yeah.
You can only take it for a shorter period.
Yeah.
Should you take it for a long time, that is why
You're starting
we
to
have
lose
got
the
a lot of
glycogen.
that is why we have got a lot of ambulances there.
At the marathon.
Don't tell them.
Tell me, man, during these 15, accumulation of these 15, there were the 2 years where we took a break, 2020 and 2021.
Yes.
The Comrades Marathon had the Comrades Challenge, where there was a 5K.
The virtual one.
virtual one.
The
like
virtual
10,
one.
21, 45, and 90. Did you run those things?
I did only 45.
The 45.
Remember something? Running is addictive.
Very. We wouldn't be having this.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not, running is addictive.
Good addiction.
You know, I will, in my yard, I will run from corner to corner, and my stand is only,
Talking about my experience.
and my stand it's only 30 by 30. 30,
By
60.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing. And I was fine with that.
So 10 laps. for 10 kilometers.
You know,
9-10 laps.
I can put it. You know what
But
I was
also
doing?
you get in the. I did that too. But I got an injury, the same injury that I picked up at Oceans once. Well, not just discomfort, not injury. With the road being
the terrain.
Yes. Because now I'm running in cycles.
You are running in cycles, and then at some point there's 90 kilometer angle. So you run straight.
So my posture is
now
also,
you must turn. Now you must turn.
My posture is also totally
so the posture.
Yeah.
It's even at Comrade. Be careful, runners. As you're going for Comrade.
Yeah.
In Comrade, that route, it's been done in a way that the water must not be on the road. Therefore, it slides into another direction.
Yes.
It's either it may slide on the left or it will slide on the right.
Yeah, just like road construction.
Yes.
Everywhere, yeah.
But then at Comrade, it's too much. At Comrade, it's too much. When let's say you say no, I'm going to run. When you run on your far right, at some point your body will tell you that you are not balanced.
Yeah.
That is why it is also important.
Some of us never see that because we're looking at the hills. We're looking at the big hills. So we're not looking at the floor at all. You're like, oh man, this is okay over there. We're gonna over there.
Yeah. For us who have
50.
a lot of them.
Yeah, who have green.
Sometimes we don't even look at the hill.
Yeah.
We are just checking the movement of our legs. Yeah.
We focus on other things.
We look down, especially when approaching a hill.
Yeah.
We just say, okay, look down. You'll check how far are you.
Yeah.
And then you look down again.
Yeah.
You just looking up and down, up and down, up and down. Also, in Comrade, at some point there's no motivation.
No, there's none.
The motivation has to come out from you and has to be a better motivation because it has to take you somewhere.
Yeah, no,
because
this you're looking good nonsense on the side. Well, not nonsense, but these words being said, you're looking good, you're almost there. It's nothing to match with. But
how can you say I'm almost there, whereas I'm just on 10? I'm left with 80 kilos. And my body now is starting to tell me that I am actually what you're doing. Are you sure? Are you certain with what you wanted to start?
And Comrades Marathon tells you you're 81 to go.
No, don't forget the momentum. The momentum is showing you something. I remember when you're going down, when the momentum becomes full, even the body itself, it starts to react. Say, no man, even though the momentum is becoming full, but
so that's the momentum is personification.
Actually, we have put it
and see how it gets.
The temperature goes very high.
The
temperature it goes very high. You're on 60, the temperature goes high. 70 now is the highest. That is why sometimes some people will go and walk Comrade half and run half. Some will say, no, okay, let me run 20 and walk 5. There are just a lot of strategies around finishing Comrade. Some strategies they worked, and some they just arrived 5 minutes later after the Comrade is finished.
Hey, that is painful. I've seen that. That is very painful, man.
I can't say we listen, we don't judge. But then what we see, we don't judge. And now, this year, that thing is going to happen to me.
The only people that I judge is people that I train with or people within the same running circles as I, whom we constantly interact and we give each other feedback. These are friends, so I can be honest with them in our private space and say, "Look, you're messing this thing up. I think you should do this or that or this or that." And he can tell me the same thing. Now, when they don't listen, and I see the outcome of it, then I'm like, but you can't come back and say.
But you're missing something there. At school, I'll just take you back. At school, there was someone who was good in mathematics.
Right.
This person will help the whole class with mathematics.
Yeah.
And we were even afraid of him.
Yeah. The buffet.
Because of that, because of his skill towards mathematics.
Yeah.
But you know what will happen? Come the day of exam, the final exam. You know, we are going for Comrade.
The final exam.
Comrade is a final exam of what we did.
The past.
Some they've loaded around 2,000 kilos. Someone just loaded 300 kilos. The other one loaded 800.
How many have you loaded?
For me this year, I'm better. I'm on 1.3.
1,003.
Yes.
Better in what sense?
I can go for silver.
Oh,
I can
okay.
go for silver.
Okay.
Because it really shows that my cardiovascular
Is on point.
It's on point.
Yeah.
If I can be good mentally. Remember, the most crucial thing that we left it behind, it's a mental issue.
Yeah.
Because mentally you need to be
That's
fit.
the insurance. Yeah, that's
Yes,
the insurance.
mentally you need to be fit.
You get...
If you check, let's check last year's Comrade.
2024.
2024. Tete Dijana was on point to win Comrade.
Right, going into the starting line.
Yes. No, he was on point.
Yeah.
But the problem, he had mental issue.
He had
Mental issues. Mental issues are, if you're not fit mentally, even your fit body cannot help you, cannot comprehend that. You're gonna start somewhere. You're gonna start.
You know what Gerda said? Gerda
Yes.
Steyn, Madisha's favorite athlete. She was asked what she thinks about because she's always smiling.
Yes.
You know, and recently in a webinar, one of these webinars,
Yes, the Comrade, yes.
So they asked her what do you think about it, and she said, well, I break down. She said she smiles. She mentions the reason why she smiles, but what is very interesting is that she said she breaks down the distance into 10-kilometer increments. You know, she's obviously doing it 10 kilometers far faster than a lot of us. But in the first 10 kilometers, she'll think about her dad, and she'll focus solely on her relationship with her father, you know, what it means to her, what she's expected, what she's expecting. She'll focus her mental energy on that and release everything else, because everything else is just stuff that she's practiced. You know, that is just like automatic, it takes over, it's like autopilot. The next 10 kilometers, 11 to 20, the same up until 90 to 89.9 this year. Now, during that entire time, your entire mental energy is focused on those core things to your heart, the things that you really care about.
Okay.
You know, but she can do that because she's covering many kilometers weekly. Now, she's practiced also this skill of taking your mind somewhere. She's practiced it. For a lot of people, there's no practice in that because most long runs are done in a group.
Yes.
Most long runs are very unstructured.
Yeah, but Mina, this I like that strategy of her.
Yeah.
That's what most runners are doing.
Yeah.
Even for myself, I'm going to run.
You think about traumatic things when
I'm
you're
going to run 90 kilos. My 90 kilos is 30 times 3.
Yeah.
It's 242s. It's 2 marathon.
Yeah.
And how many kilos? I'll be on.
Depending on the year.
No, I'll be on 84, right?
2 marathons and a fun run.
42. No, 42.
Fun run. Park run.
Yes, 42. It will be 84.
Yeah.
And then I'll be left with 6 kilos.
Yeah.
Now, if now I say, let me go run my marathon. But because my marathon now, I'm on 307. I'm not gonna run my marathon on 307.
No, you can't. Jesus
No,
Christ.
I'm structuring myself for Comrades.
Strategizing.
Yes, I'm strategizing.
The plan. Yeah.
My marathon, I must run it maybe 320. Meaning each kilo on that 42, it's now been, there's now some seconds being added.
You're making the hard effort and easy effort.
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember something. at Comrade, we will go on we will go on zone 2. And then now, number 1, 90 kilos. For me, if I want to go for silver, at least I must be able to run at least 12.5 kilos per hour.
Yeah.
12.5.
On average.
Yes.
On
12.5 kilos per hour.
That's
on average.
455, 457?
455, 457. Right? Now,
Minute pace.
Then what do I do? Let me do like this. I'm not going to run 455. When I start, let me run 430.
Oh.
My first 10 kilos. Remember, I still have everything.
Yeah. Then you have 15.
Even my thinking is still fine.
Yeah.
Even my thinking is still fine. So I will have something like 14 kilos or 15.
That's a crazy strategy, man.
Remember, everyone, I still see everyone.
Yeah.
I still see everyone. For 5 kilos, I'll be seeing you, greeting you guys, but checking something.
Yeah.
And then, the first hour, the second hour, I'm not going to do 15. Maybe I'll go for 13.
Yeah. So
the third hour,
as it's going.
The third hour,
I
go for 12.
So yours is broken into hours instead of
Yes, I don't go for
time based instead of distance based.
Yes, I'm time based on a certain pace.
Right.
So 10 kilos. If my zone 2 was a good one, I was gonna run for 12.5 per kilo, 12.5 per hour. Then I'm done
from the beginning.
But then remember, there's hills.
There's hills.
The body's tired.
Fatigue a bit.
There's fatigue and everything.
A niggle might come up.
Yes. So there's anything can happen.
This is experience talking.
Yes. Yeah. Now, what I have to do, it's simple. I'm planning to run 15. That's the first one. Yeah. Then from 15, I will drop it to 13. From 13, I'll go for 12. From 12, I'll go for 12.5. Then I'll try to keep the 12.5,
until
the 12.5, the 12.5, until...
Many people can't relate to that strategy.
Remember something.
It's a kick-ass strategy.
The reason why a lot of people can't make it at Comrade is because they lose focus.
But also they wouldn't have trained. Or they'll be running for a finish time that they didn't train sufficiently.
Check something. On the 10:22, it was 2017.
For your 10:22 finish?
Yes. On my 10:22, the first 21, I've ran it. Then from 21, I couldn't run. What I was doing is that I will run for 3 kilos and walk 1 kilo. Or I will run 5 kilos, walk 2 kilos. Or I will run 500, walk 500. That's what I was doing all along. Or I will just say, okay, this one, let me walk for 5 kilos. I will walk for 5 kilos. But my focus will be on a certain pace per kilo. Even though I'm walking. Remember, people, they tend, when they are tired, they tend to forget their pace. They tend to forget that they are still running. They're losing focus.
Yeah, they're losing focus.
You cannot run Comrade if your focus is not right.
Yeah.
Even the top runners, most of them, they don't get what they want because they've lost focus.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if now I'm running, I'm number 2, 4 people passes me at kilometer number 70. There's still 75, 80, 85 to 90.
Doing uprun the
so
shorts,
if my mental strength is still there, I can still have some contingency plan around that. Okay, these people, they are on 4 minutes per kilo. Because they are on 4 minutes per kilo, let me not go on 4 minutes per kilo.
Yeah.
Let me gain my momentum by at least going for 405. And then I see them.
And this is something you would have
Yes.
done in training. You would have practiced this in
Yes.
training. Yeah.
Yes. And remember, a lot of top runners, they did everything,
Yeah.
but mentally, they are not fit.
They
are not fit.
And then mental
Top
push-ups.
runners,
Yeah.
work with your mental issues. Because
Yeah.
we have seen your numbers.
Yeah.
We have seen your performances.
Mm.
It really shows that you're going very far.
Mm.
But mentally, we are afraid.
It's not there.
We are afraid. It's not make sure.
Let's cap it at that, man. We're supposed to talk about a lot of things, but I'm loving the conversation because you spoke about your Comrades Marathon journey.
Yes.
That's a beautiful story, man. Like we've actually spoken about the life story of Nare's Comrades Marathon.
Yeah,
journey. It's dope, man. You should, definitely. Why not? No, but I think the lessons that come from that.
Yes.
Obviously, you've learned the lessons, but now when you reflect on it, it's gonna mean more and more and more. Obviously,
That
to
is
you.
true. That is true.
But when you put that in a book, written text, or however way you produce that or decide to package that in, but when people learn from it, then you get thousands of other people learning from that. The same way we will learn from who's the guy? The guy who's Bruce Forrest's favorite guy. I think his name is Alan Robb. The guy who was winning it in the 70s before he started winning.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, when you read his stuff, it's incredible. He was the first guy to break 5 hours 30, I think.
Yes.
When he won it in 1974, 5, somewhere in the mid 70s. You know, so when you read that, when you read Ludwig Mawolo's book, and you read some of the ways he used to train and some of his thoughts about particular component of training, when you listen to Bogumu Samtembu speaking about his take on doing these long distances over a short period of time, of course, in the Midlands and Natal, it's got a lot of lessons, you know, unless your experience doesn't give us lessons. In other words, unless during the moment you're not focused enough to tell us what happened, then we can never learn from it.
Yeah, no, that is true. We learn to forget.
But whenever you write the book, I'm there buying a copy.
Yeah, no, you know, that's the thing. Now, one thing, if now you have trained, it's fine. We are happy about your trade. You've loaded.
Yeah.
But now you must check now. You are going to punish your body for almost the whole day. Then you need to eat.
Now you need to
eat. You can eat according to the book, or you can just eat normal. Eating normal, I'm saying this. It's either you go, you remember the food, the supplement.
Yeah.
As in a rural place, there's beans.
It's in the backyard.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's beans, there's potatoes, sweet
and
potatoes.
These everything here is organic.
Yes.
Everything here.
Potatoes, the sweet potatoes.
It's proper organic stuff. Yeah,
yes.
Natural.
Mupani worms. Those are our food. There's mabela pap. You know. One thing maybe that we'll need, maybe a multivitamin.
Yeah.
Just to keep the body aligned.
The body's minerals in check.
Yes, just to keep it aligned.
Yeah.
Because now, those things, yes, I eat them, but the number of minerals that are there, even though they are organic, I don't know how many are there, and I don't know the need. I don't know the need what my body will need.
Yeah.
But if I'm taking a multivita supplement and then eating that, I'm fine. And then there's someone who will go for a dietitian.
Yeah.
And then there's someone who will go for a vitamin drip.
Yeah. There's also those the IV drips.
Yes, the IV drips.
Yeah.
So that will help us. Actually, there are a lot of methods around that.
Around
the nutritional management till the Comrades.
Yeah.
Yes. And the other thing is the nutrition. when you are at Comrade. Our energy gels, they sell a lot of gels at the expo.
They do. Especially a lot more that
and
with a lot more range.
Now we are asking for donations. We are getting donations. When we reach there, we buy a lot of everything. We buy different.
Every
stuff.
store we must buy something. Every store.
Yeah. We're taking pictures while buying.
We're buying everything.
But here at home,
at
home, you were only using one brand and it was working for you.
Yeah.
So I advise you to stick to that brand.
That same one, yeah.
And the most important thing, when are you taking it?
Yeah.
Because if you are carrying a firearm or a weapon, guarding a place, you are being told that this is a firearm, when you shoot it, it will kill. But
you're speaking your language now.
An intruder comes, you are carrying a firearm,
intruders lactic acid.
But yes, you are negotiating. So
lactic acid is the criminal.
You are not doing justice to yourself.
Yeah.
Because you have been placed, you have got everything, use it.
Yeah.
Normally, replenish.
Yeah, full time.
Water only cannot replenish.
It doesn't have minerals, man.
Water only cannot replenish. Let's just be fair to each and everyone.
Yeah.
Water only cannot replenish.
The same friend I was telling you about, we call him the friendly runner. He believes in running organic. He believes in organic.
No.
And I tell him the body doesn't even function.
Okay, no, it's fine. If you are running organic, what organic stuff do you have?
Exactly.
I mean, if you are running organic, you must have banana with you.
Yeah. Those are some organic.
But then the beetroot juice is still organic. But will you be able to find it on the road?
Beetroot juice, no.
Are you gonna run with one liter of 500 grams of beetroot juice on the road because it's organic?
That's a problem.
Now, it's important to align yourself with what you're going to get on the road.
Yeah.
To eat.
To perform at
yes.
peak.
And also, some they've got water stations, almost 4 water stations or 5 or whatever number.
Personalized.
Yes, the personalized one.
They are second.
Yes, they are second.
They're second.
Now, what is important is that 35 minutes, 40 minutes, between 35 and 45 minutes, you need to take something.
Because glycogen depletes.
Because
in that first one.
You first time 10 kilos it's fine, you are on your own, you ate your papa kamoroho, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
But the body is used to that. And then from 10 kilos you need to get something.
Yeah, they're by 65.
Yes, you need to take each and every 35 minutes, if not 40 minutes.
Yeah.
You need to take something, and that thing it helps you to it helps they say the glucose level.
Yeah.
Ati mama bone papa. Ati mama mutaso achaba.
Yeah.
Wachaba and uchaba ilu lemblence ayi wona mo.
Yeah.
And then if someone ayinalu wena asatsibile uri ge mabona dimile, what do we do? It's a problem.
Big problem.
So sukiri ge fedile mo mmeleng motho wao a go wa fasa pu mabona tim
everything finished.
So it's important gore motho a be le sukiri of which ke yona supplement again.
Glucose.
Yes. Retusha the glucose and the glycogen issues so that they can comprehend each other.
Yeah.
And
basically
then,
the carbs.
Yes. And then remember, you taking the carbs is very much important. But now there's this problem. Caffeine. The caffeine.
What do you call it again? Someone calls it yeah.
The caffeine. It helps you and it breaks you. You take 20 milligrams of caffeine.
This is coffee based or like a gel? Coffee based gel.
It's a gel. You take any gel. They say no, it's 20 milligrams.
of caffeine.
Or 40 or 50.
Mm.
Yes, it keeps you awake.
Right.
But the question is, for how long is it going to keep you awake?
And how active are you during that awoken period?
That's number one.
Mm.
Number two, when this caffeine finishes, it's like from a higher concentration to a low one.
Mm.
Because now, the caffeine...
Basically, it's like being high.
Yes. You are high, now you are down. Now you are down.
Now you're down, yeah.
Very down.
Mm.
Actually, fast, yes. Yes.
Finished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I will advise people to take caffeine when it's needed, not to take caffeine as you replenish.
Okay.
Because
like
taking taking caffeine each and every that 40 to 30 minutes period, it may not be good. That is why most runners, when they finish Comrade, they keep awake the whole night. No, they keep awake the whole night. They would sleep the following day. Because of the caffeine on the body. It's not been flushed.
Keeping them awake.
Yes. So it keeps them awake.
So their mental receptors are kept awake because of the shot of caffeine.
Yes.
Right.
Now, it's important that you take the carbohydrate, more carbohydrate than the caffeine.
Yeah, that's the base. That's gotta be there.
No, but runners.
Yeah.
Yo. He has got 15 gels of caffeine, 50 milligrams. Huh?
Yeah.
Different brands.
Yeah, different brands even.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, this person is taking that.
Every 10.
It is not caffeine that will take you somewhere.
Mm.
It is what you have done when you were studying, when you were training.
When you were training, yeah.
So please, let's refrain from misusing caffeines.
Yeah.
Having your thought that we will get a boost, no, there's no boost there. Please. You can rather take it when you feel that now you're starting now to miscount, then you take caffeine.
So you're feeling confident about your Comrades Marathon soon now, on the 8th? Feeling confident about everything?
Now I'm on 85%.
85%.
85% is distinction, eh?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It is.
When you study, it's a distinction.
But I mean,
I'm left with 15. I'm left with 15.
But also, you are a top performer.
Yes, but remember
your standards, 85.
But remember the 15%. Remember the 15% can cause the whole 85.
Is 15% more recovery issues, more mental push-up issues? I call them mental push-ups because
I've been running.
Yeah.
I couldn't feel any pain.
Yeah.
Okay, I've run in different terrains.
Yeah. Now you're gonna have ghost pains.
Now, some pains may just emerge. Remember, there's this thing that they call it anxiety. Anxiety can make a person fails.
Sure.
Whereas this person, he was on a distinction mode.
Because you were ready, but your system was just shocked.
Yeah, the system
just had a lot of energy.
That is why 20 kilos will see the top runners. Hey, man, what happened?
See the non-bank uniform.
Yeah.
They
we start to see these big names.
They always start by apologizing. I've never understood that.
No. You know, that is anxiety.
And so this year.
So stay calm. That's the last thing I can tell the comrade runners.
Yeah.
Stay calm. Number one. Do your own thing.
Yeah.
You are holding your own remote. No one is holding a remote for you.
Yeah.
Don't pressurize yourself for things that you have never done.
Yeah.
You cannot run 355 per kilo on a down run, whereas your fastest on a down run, running Mahoba's Kloof Mountain, you were running on 430. Now you want to run, you pedal it up until 355.
Yeah.
No, you won't come right.
No,
Be yourself.
That's all good.
Control it yourself.
Mr. Makgakga, man, thank you for coming, giving us your story. You're not standing in for Madisha today, you're giving us your story. This is a beautiful thing, B-class. It's a beautiful conversation. But we definitely must have you back. Yes, sis. Yeah.
Yeah.
We must have you back, man. We must have you back.
No,
I need guys like we need guys like you, man. You have a lot of experience, number one, which is when initially when there was a bit of backlash with Madisha and I.
Yes.
People are asking us what's happening with you guys? Why is everyone saying all these things about you? What did you guys do or say? I was telling them that look, there's 3 qualities that we have. The first one is, in no particular order, by the way. The first one is knowledge. We have a lot of knowledge about this thing that we do because we actually go and do research. You know what I mean? And that makes you a theorist, so to speak.
Yes.
And then you have passion. Passion is when we love it and we love doing it, we love talking about it, we love how it makes us feel, even though sometimes it may be based on a spectator position. You know what I mean? But the third one, which is the most important, is that we're practitioners. We speak about this. We speak about lactic threshold. We're going to try that next week. Well, with another marathon.
Yes, another marathon.
You understand what I mean? We speak about the dangers of, not even a danger, this would be common knowledge at this stage. No dairy the day before or the day of a marathon. Little things like that, little stuff that you learn along the way.
No, man, you remind me something. There's expo there, Comrades Runners. There's a lot of shops with beautiful things that you need.
With coffee and dairy-based
coffees, then you will taste every
macadamia milk, almond milk.
You are free to taste everything.
Yeah.
Some of you are going to walk at least 21 kilos, if not 30.
Yeah, the watch must tell
on Saturday, because you walk each and every stall.
Every stall must be seen.
Some of you, your body is going to be, I don't know in the best way, how can I say? Your body is going to experience a lot of things. Yeah, some of you will go for massage, whereas you never even done that.
The sports massage where they focus on the clamps,
Yeah, some of you're going to eat different food. Some they may not be good to your body.
Most are not. You see.
So I'm just appealing to you. It's hard, man.
Yeah.
It's hard, man. I say it's hard. You'll be fine.
You see, those 3 things: the passion, the experience, and the knowledge. If you have those 3 things, for me, it makes you, it qualifies you to speak about anything that you do.
Yes, that is
and
true.
The operative word there is do, because we're not sitting on the sidelines here.
That is
we're
true.
not.
That is true.
Running is not a spectator sport mostly. You get a lot of spectators, yes, from Pietermaritzburg to Durban, but a lot of people who love running actually do run. Some of those who are spectators have done it before. They've done a 50K. They want to do it next year.
And some spectators, they got tired.
A lot of spectators.
Because
a lot of
someone is a spectator. When people are passing, he shouts almost the whole day.
Yeah.
Actually, if he was wearing his gadget, we were gonna check how many calories did he burn on that particular space. Because some noise when you are doing when you are shouting, you are eating calories.
Yeah.
And please, guys, keep it there.
Yeah.
Keep it tight. Keep it tight. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah.
We need that motivation, because actually Comrade has no motivation.
It's after.
The
after
motivation is after
you're
finished.
There's
but
no motivation in
there's no motivation there.
So you're running for the correctional service club.
Yes, I'm running for correctional service club.
Dope things. Good luck with this big monster of a marathon. We've done it many times, but everyone always says that you're my man. You always go there with a clear mind, with a lot of experience, but clear mind to learn new things.
And it's better.
So you'll definitely come back, and we'll have some more chats when we do get a chance to.
Definitely, I will.
Super dope.
I will come back.
This is the Run Mode podcasts. My name is Mohotjie. We had a wonderful guest today. Excuse me, I'm even losing my voice. We had a wonderful guest today, Nare Makgakga, and we spoke about his Comrades Marathon journey. Next time we'll speak about his insights on a lot of other things. So Madisha will be back here next week. I think that'll be the recording we do before we go to Comrades. And we'll see you guys soon, man. Keep running. Do you have anything last that you want to say? Besides just good luck to the runners.
No. You can still make it.
Yeah.
Don't worry of what you did.
Yeah, it's too late. You must tell them it's too late.
Let your worry
Yeah.
be on how are you going to finish it.
Yeah.
And please, to be the best
Yeah.
is to finish what you have started. Unless there's something else that couldn't make you to
There's
finish.
there's
another comrade that I did. I was wearing the compression socks, the long ones.
Yeah.
I had to cut from the knee.
Yeah.
I was running with one full and one half.
A lot of experience.
Because I stayed motivated even if I could feel that the body says I can't do it.
Motivated by the
You
pain.
can do it and you are the best at this thing.
Super.
And then there's no one who can do better than what you can do. And it is only you and you alone. I say you can do it.
Super.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is a RUNMODE podcast, man. Please like, subscribe, and share on that. And we'll see you again next week, man. My name is Mohotjie, and this is Nare Makgakga. We'll see you guys next week or at the expo on the road. Keep running, man.
Thank you.
Brother, man, thank you very much.
Sure.
Appreciate everything that you said, man. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, now we can go V-Class.
Yeah.
In the money.